From the Oklahoma newsroom, this is an OU update. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Brooke Pryor. Brooke, signing day coming up Wednesday, basically 48 hours away, and Sooners are still at work. Last week, late in the week, the disappointing news that Jacob Phillips, the multi-star linebacker, had flipped his commitment to LSU, but the Sooners got a flip of their own, a guy from here in the state.
Exactly. So it kind of looked, I don't want to say dire, because OU still, when Jacob Phillips decommitted, just dropped from the number 4 national class to the number 5 national class in Rivals rankings. So not a huge deal. You know, Jacob Phillips is a 5-star guy. It hurts to lose him, but the next day, OU flipped Tyreece Lott, 3-star defensive tackle from Ardmore, from TCU to OU. So that was great. And then this weekend, they had a bunch of guys on campus and got a couple more commitments.
Well, let's talk about some of those guys, because all defensive. I mean, you talk about Lott's flip. He's a defensive lineman. Then they get a couple guys that maybe have played both sides of the ball, but both expected to play defense, right?
Exactly, yeah. First, you've got Troy James. He's the first news of the day, a 3-star defensive end guy out of Baton Rouge. So he is coming here. And then later that afternoon, Ryan Jones, who's a 4-star, listed as a 4-star wide receiver out of Mallard Creek. He's initially committed to go to UNC at one point in the fall, decommitted there, took his official visit to OU this weekend, and before the weekend was over said, hey, you know what, this is my first visit here, but I want to play for the Sooners. Although it doesn't seem like he will be playing wide receiver here. According to Rivals, he will be playing safety, so OU is kind of shoring up more of those guys on the defensive end.
Are any of these 3 guys that are the most recent commitments, do you expect any of them to plug in right away? Any areas where you feel like they could make immediate impacts, or are these 3 guys that could maybe be more likely to be redshirt candidates?
I don't know about redshirt. Although I don't know that Ryan Jones is a guy. He's very talented. He's one of the best prospects to come out of the state of North Carolina this year. However, that was at wide receiver, and so I don't know how much time he needs to kind of get adjusted to playing safety full-time. I mean, I'm sure he did some of that in high school. It's just a matter of if he's comfortable doing it the whole time and how quickly he makes that adjustment, depending on when OU decides, hey, maybe we should kind of stash him away and save him for later.
Is his position change a reflection of the Sooners' need in the secondary? Or, I mean, to have a wide receiver at a position that you're losing D.D. Westbrook, you know, who's going to fill that big play role? And they're saying, okay, we don't need you at wide receiver, we potentially need you at safety. Or is that his desire? What are we to make of that?
You know, I think it's kind of both here, because OU has a bunch of good wide receiver guys coming in Charleston Rambo, C.D. Lamb, Marquise Brown. So there's a lot of good incoming talent. And then you've got this guy, you know, just because he's playing safety right now does not mean that he can never come back and play wide receiver. But there are some holes at safety. I mean, Ahmad Thomas is graduating. And there are just some other, you know, holes that need to be filled on the defensive secondary that we kind of saw this past year. So, you know, try this guy out, see what he can do. He's athletic, he's talented. I think the skills from wide receiver translate well to safety. So just kind of test him out there. If it doesn't work, then maybe slide him back over to the offensive end. OU has done that before, so it would not come as a surprise to kind of see how he moves around and how he kind of fits on this team.
And if he's willing to do that, I guess maybe that's part of it too. I guess we'll see how that goes. All right, signing day coming up on Wednesday. Be sure to stay with our wall-to-wall coverage on newsok.com throughout the day. And be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.